Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Quinton here, and welcome to tutorial number 8. And in this tutorial, I want to talk to you guys about directory structures. Okay, so now we'll be able to start organizing things a lot more neater or a lot tidier. Okay, so what do I mean by directory structure? Well, I'm simply talking about the folder structure on your computer. So basically this. Now, the simplest kind of folder structure that we can have is called a single folder structure, and that's where everything is kept in a single folder, much like this. Okay, so we've got my tutorial 8 folder, and inside here is everything that I'm going to use on my website, so my index page and all my images. Okay, now this is what we've been doing for the past few tutorials. So you guys know that whenever I want to refer to another file that's in the same folder, all I have to do is type the name. Okay, so that is how we loaded up this image from the previous tutorial. Okay, we just set the source equal to this image name. Okay, now the reason that worked is because they're in the same folder. Okay, so if I run this in Firefox right now, you can see everything works. My image shows up. That's great. But what happens if I want to start organizing my stuff into folders? Okay, now that means that I would then be using something called an hierarchical folder structure. So quite a big word there, hierarchical. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, and that means that I need to go ahead and put all these images into a folder. So I'll go ahead and make a folder called images, and this one and that one, they can go in there. Okay, so now we've got my index file, and then we've got the images in a separate folder. Okay, now if I go back to Firefox and I click refresh, well, what the heck happened? Okay, my image isn't working anymore. And that's because when you go back to Notepad++, we told our HTML file to look for this file called ash.jpg, but we didn't tell it where to look. Okay, so HTML immediately assumed that it must be in the same directory, as in it must be over here. But we can clearly see there is no ash.jpg file here. Okay, so that's why HTML couldn't find it. So HTML couldn't find that image. Okay, now we have to go back to HTML and tell HTML, no, we need to look in a specific place, and you actually have to look in a folder called images, and then you just have to separate your image name from your folder name with the slash over here. Okay, so this thing over here is your directory path. That's what its specific name is. Okay, and now when we go back to Firefox and I click refresh, our image is back. Awesome. Okay, so we gave Firefox the correct file path or the directory path. Okay, but all we've actually done here is told Firefox or told HTML that they need to look one folder down, and the folder's name is called images. Okay, but what happens if we want to go one folder back? Okay, or one folder up? Okay, then we've got to do that a different way. So let me go to this folder again. Okay, and I'm actually going to go back to tutorial 6 on our page about links. I'm just going to copy that second page over there, and I'm going to paste it. I actually don't want it there. I want it in another folder called other pages. So I'm going to go other underscore pages, and then second page. Okay, so I want to open this up in Notepad++, and if you guys can remember, this is the second page that we made in tutorial 6, where we linked to another web page. Okay, And what I want to do here is try and load that exact same image again. So instead of actually typing those tags, let's just copy this. Okay, Control C, Control V. Now when I save this and I want to try run this in Firefox, watch what happens. Okay, we've got the header, which was clearly on our page over here, but then we only got the alt attribute of our image showing. So Firefox again couldn't find this image. Okay, and that's not because we did anything like bad or whatever. It's just we didn't tell HTML where to look correctly this time. Okay, because again HTML is now looking for this folder images and then looking for ash.jpg. Okay, so if we go back here, you can see where this page is. There clearly is not another folder called images. So again, that's where HTML got lost. Okay, so we have to tell HTML, go back one folder. That was my phone. Go back one folder and then look for a folder called images and then go to ash.jpg. Okay, so we've already got the folder images here and we've already got ash.jpg, so we just need to tell it to go back one folder. And the way we do that is we just type in ... and that's to go back one folder, but we have to separate everything with a slash. Okay, so ... means go back one folder, then look for the folder called images, then get the image called ash. Okay, so if we save this now, let's just make sure we were right over here. So we were in other pages and we said go back one folder, go to images and look for the folder called ash. Okay, so we found it with those instructions, so HTML should find it too. Okay, so let's go ahead now and run this in Firefox. And as you can see, this is the second page and there is our image. Okay, so it's here. Our directory path was correct. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and feel free to like the video, comment or share this video. It's really going to help my channel grow, and I'll see you guys next time.